Well, today might have been the funeral for President Jimmy Carter, but it was Governor Gavin Newsom's political career that got buried. What he does to this victim, this woman who approaches him in California, is an absolute disgrace, and people should be calling for his resignation immediately after this. This girl approaches him. He pretends to be on a call with President Joe Biden. She calls him out on his bullshit, and then he laughs in her face. Watch this clip, and it is absolutely one of the most disgusting things you will see from a politician, and it's who Gavin Newsom really is. Take a look.
Governor, you got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to
everything
fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I would. I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, incling making sure people are safe.
I'd like to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing?
I'm doing
to
everything
fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally, you know.
Here's a mom whose child's school just burned to the ground. All of the kids in the neighborhood that go to that school have lost everything. This girl is coming up to Gavin Newsom, pouring her heart out and begging for help. This guy pretends like he's on a phone call and to give her the brush off because he doesn't want to face any accountability. And then when she calls him out on it, he says, oh, no, I can't get any service. He's got a whole satellite truck in front of him here. Oh, I can't get any service on the phone, so I can't get in. And then she says, what are you going to do about the water? And he laughs in her face. This guy, Gavin Newsom, is the one that already said about the water, hey, that ain't my job. That's not my job. Every time he's called on it, it's everybody else's fault but his. That's Gavin Newsom's claim right now during this entire catastrophe. Whose fault is it? Everybody else's but mine. He accepts no accountability for a disaster that he allowed to happen. He may as well just lit the match and started the fire himself because he has done nothing. He has completely turned his back on the people in California. His lack of preparation, his inability to handle the forestation, water consumption, preservation. This guy did everything but light the fire himself. We should call this guy like Governor Napalm. This guy will go down in history as one of the worst governors in history. And any hopes that this guy had of running for president in 2028 ended today. And it ended with this video clip of this victim that approached him for help. And this guy lies to her and then laughs in her face on live TV. So if this guy has any kind of political aspirations further than today, he's out of his mind and he should resign. This guy should do the right thing. He should resign. This mayor of LA, this DEI hire, she should resign immediately. These people think it's all a joke. They thought that, saving the life of some freaking endangered fish was more important than every other person that's a taxpayer in the state of California. You have firefighters that care more about diversity, equity, and inclusion than they do about saving lives. Here's one of the fire department DEI hires telling you, hey, if you get stuck in the fire, it's your fault. Why if I can't carry out, too bad. You shouldn't have been there to begin with. You believe this? Take a listen.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
This is what we're dealing with. We got fire department officials telling you, hey, if I can't carry out of the building, you shouldn't have been there in the first place. It's your fault for getting trapped in a fire. What world are we living in here? The governor takes no responsibility. The fire department takes no responsibility. It's Donald Trump's fault. It's climate change's fault. We're sick and tired of it. Everything that's woke turns to shit. Everything the Democrats touch turns to shit. How people continue to vote for these people is beyond me. There needs to be mental examinations prior to the voting, because if you're voting for Gavin Newsom, you might have a mental health issue. This guy should not be anywhere near in charge of people's lives. This guy's a danger and a threat to everybody around him. And he showed his true colors today by coming out and laughing in this girl's face. I mean, what an insult it is to the taxpayers and the people of California, man. If that doesn't light your fire, man, the pilot light is out. And I'll tell you what, after this display, Gavin Newsom should be out. And as I said at the top, it might have been President Jimmy Carter's funeral today, but it's Gavin Newsom's political career that got buried.
You're listening to the Alec Show. The future is